What is up, plant friends? Karlson.simon here, and welcome back to Plant Bang and for another plant video. If it's a little loud, I live in San Francisco, so the freeway is like right there, and it's like literally you're gonna hear it. And of course, my microphone is like powered up. I'm wearing a mask because I live with my grandparents. We want to be extra safe and extra careful. And then I have my well-renowned newspaper to cover my dining room table so it doesn't get dirty. Alright, so today we're going to talk about propagating and repotting my propagating plant. Propagation. Anyways, so first let's talk about the plant that I've been propagating. This is my MONSTERA DELICIOSA.
Hello, beautiful.
So she has been propagating for about, I would say, 4 months now. Now in the beginning, so this beauty, she is a cutting from the mother plant right here to the right, my big mama, Monstera deliciosa. So I took a cutting about 4 months ago, and you know, she has been doing so well. In the beginning, so for the first month, when I cut the cutting, and we'll go through the cutting later. I'll show you how to do a cutting because once I repot this baby, we're gonna do another cutting. Okay, so I first started her in a little container with filtered water, and I would change the water about every other day with filtered water, of course, just so you know the roots can grow, get strong, and really thrive. Now after a month, the root was pretty long, and I was like, okay, now it's time to propagate her in moss. I don't know what sphagnum moss does, but it is amazing. There's some magic in here with like superpowers, but literally right when I put this baby in sphagnum moss, the roots just grew. They just grew.
It's like quicker than my hair.
But so she has been propagating for about 3 months now, and I don't know if you can see, but the roots are amazing. They've grown, they've outlived the moss, and I usually just change the water once a week. So I would fill it up with filtered water, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then I would empty out the water. You don't want to keep the water in here because it's going to cause root rot and it's not going to be pretty. And I've kept this near, of course, east-facing window, really bright, next to my humidifier. And now look.
She has a new growth. Hello. Welcome to the show, new growth.
But yeah, propagating is so easy if you want to have a lot of the same plant, learn how to grow. It's such a good way to, you know, get to know your plant and really test your skills as a plant grower. And today she is ready to get repotted. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so what you're gonna need for this repotting, I'm just gonna move you here so I don't hit you. Okay, so we're gonna use this when we do our next cutting from the mother plant. Boom. So we'll put that here for now. But I bought these disposable propagating planters. It's from Amazon, and it comes in like a pack of 80. I mean, for like, I think it was like $16. So cheap. And they're soft, quick disposable. You can recycle it. They even come with labels, so if you forget the name of your plant, or if you name them a celebrity name, you can just put it in the cup. But hello, 80 of them for $16. What a deal. And we'll drop it. Okay, I'm just gonna put her down here. So we're gonna use that to repot this beauty. And then I also got a little, oh my gosh, it's a drip tray. I got this from Flowercraft. It's a nursery near my house on Bayshore. I bought a few just so I don't have to keep going back, and you know. But I got a clear one just so when I put the soil, I want to see how the root grows, and I want to make sure I keep an eye on it. So let's get started. And then of course, we're going to need some filtered water when we're done. So shall we get started? Here we go. Now, if you're wondering about my soil, I have an aeroid mix that I purchased from Amazon. It is sold out, and I don't know if it's ever coming back, but it's a very chunky mix with with orchid bark, heavy perlite, coconut, the shell, coconut shell, I think. And then I also added worm casting as fertilizer because I feel like it's um, a healthier way to fertilize your plant. It's slow releasing and it's more natural rather than using liquid fertilizer that can really kill the roots. I use liquid fertilizer from time to time, but I've switched to worm casting because I just find it more healthy and my plants are thriving. And then of course, added some potting charcoal because I live by it and it helps out impurities, cleans soil, doesn't give bugs, and it prevents root rot. Amazing, amazing. So let's get started. I'm gonna put my gloves on, and now we are gonna repot this baby up. Okay, so first, my grandma just walked out of the room and I was like, what are you doing? Go back inside, I'm recording. Okay, so I got my arid mix here. I'm gonna put a little in the pot. And I only made a little mix because I'm only planting like one. And if I'm like butchering some of the terminology, I'm sorry. I'm a newly like plant dad, and believe me, I'm reading, I'm learning, doing my research just so I get the hang of everything. But I hope you guys love these videos, and if you have any comments, feedback, please let me know. I'm open for it because I love you guys. And thank you for all the support and for taking the time to watch this video. All right, here, let's go. So I'm probably gonna keep some of the moss when I repot her, but I'm gonna remove and be very gentle. Oh my gosh, very gentle, very gentle. So now we're just gonna remove some of the moss and take a look at this beauty. And this was like a top node cutting, and we'll go over that later. But let's just be very careful. Since it's already attached in the moss, I'm not gonna remove too much of it, just because you don't want to interrupt the root growth. And she likes the moss, so we're just gonna take out some. Ah! Did I break a root? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I'm not even gonna like play with this anymore. So now we're gonna put this baby in our little pot. Yep, there's roots right there. I don't want to damage that. And now we pot lightly. Again, lightly. You do not want to push the soil too much because they need that oxygen. Shake it up, get into the crevices. Ooh, making a mess as usual. This is why I have my newspaper. So now put her in here. Center. And there you have it.
Monstera
Monstera deliciosa in moss propagation. Now repotted in aeroid mix. I hope you grow beautifully. We're going to keep her here, and then we're just going to take her little tray, and we're going to water her after.
Ta-da!
All right, let's clean this up, shall we? Hello. The benefits of having, like, newspaper, quick cleanup. Now we're going to get a cutting from this kid mama. Okay, now I don't know if you can see it, so she has a few aerial roots coming out, and right here where the root is coming out, so that's the node, and that's where the root will grow when you cut it. Now when you cut the node, you just want to cut, I would say, about ½ an inch below the node when propagating, because you do not want to cut above that, because you need this node, this bump, for the roots to thrive. So this one, since when I cut her, she won't have any of the fenestrations for a while because I cut her when she was a baby. So I'm going to try to cut one with already fenestrations, and hopefully the new growth will also be fenestrated. Fenestration? Will have fenestration? Okay. So I think we're going to do this one. And from the old cutting, look, there's already a new one. So the previous cutting, I cut it here. And now there's a new growth coming from there. Amazing. Amazing. I sprayed it with alcohol, wiped it, let it dry. And then now we are gonna cut right here. I'm gonna move her closer so you can see. Can you see me? So the node is here. So we're just gonna cut right below the node. Hi. Oh, there she is. Hello. Okay. Okay. Now that we have our cutting, so as you can see, the node, half an inch below, and she already has an aerial root coming out. So now we're going to take this baby, and hopefully when she grows, she'll have the fenestrations already. So we're just going to take our little jar, glass. Shout out to my amazing friend Cassidy for giving me these propagation bottles. So now we're just going to put her in here. Okay? And now we're just going to take filtered water, fill her up. Alrighty. Oop. Okay. So she is filled with water. Now I'm going to put her by the window where she will get good, bright, indirect light. And then change the water every other day. And probably after a month, the root will have fully, grown about 3 inches. And then again, I will repeat the process and put her into a bigger cup with sphagnum moss and let her propagate that way for probably 3 months, and then we'll repot. But there you have it. Propagating in sphagnum moss, repotting from sphagnum moss, and then propagating in water. Full circle. I hope that was very helpful. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.